Welcome back to another round of Rimworld. Let me turn up the music just a little bit. There we go. Sometimes I like to play without music. Um, but I think it'd be pretty boring in a playthrough without it. So, let's, kind of along the same vein as the first episode of my series. If you didn't watch it, we very quickly died. We landed in a cave biome and just got assaulted almost immediately by an infection and a manhunter pack. Really didn't even have time to get anything done. So we're starting again. We're probably gonna go for the same scenario, naked brutality, and we'll just grab whatever pawn we're given. Of course, Randy Random losing is fun. Commitment mode. We will generate the entire world. And let's do a random planet. Why not? Let's do a random planet. And I'll be back once it's finished. Okay, and we are back now. Looks like we have a much bigger variety of biomes on this world. Not nearly as much polar ice caps either, so it must be a somewhat warmer world. But it's not all desert either, so... where do we want to settle? This big lake looks interesting. Lots of, what is this, cloud forest? Alpine Meadow, okay. Oh, and these are the little, I found these weird, like, slime people called mint chacos. I have no idea what they do or how they work, but they looked interesting. Here are some rabbit people. I believe the mod is Rabby the Moon Rabbit. Tempted to try a cave again, but I'd like to keep some variety, so probably not. This looks interesting. Savannah, temperate forest, coastal dunes. What is this? Sandbar. Okay. That's an option. What is this? Some sort of castle. Okay. Let's keep looking. It's hard to decide where you want to settle when you have so many interesting options. A marsh. I don't think I've ever played in a marsh. It's from more vanilla biomes. Flat and swampy. Dense vegetation but few trees. It does have a creek. We do have the fishing mod, by the way. So that might be an option for a food source. Something to think about when we're looking to settle. So many choices. Tempted to do an Alpine Meadow. I'd really like to show off some more of the more vanilla biomes mod. The author put a lot of work into it, and there's some really cool stuff there. Desert Oasis. Not really that interested in playing with a lot of water on the map, although I do think it'd be pretty interesting. Could be an interesting experience, but not that fun for me. um, Alright, let's play in an Alpine Meadow. And I really liked the look of... Oh god, where did they go? That's the Cloud Forest. More Cloud Forest. Oh no, I lost the Alpine Meadows. Oh, here they... No? I have those weird speckles all over them. I've lost them? Oh, here they are. Okay. So let's just stick right here in this super mountainous Alpine Meadow. Maybe not. Maybe not in the center. It'll take days to get out of there if we ever want to do any caravan travel. Let's not make it that hard on ourselves. We'll grab here. There's a creek. Sandstone slate marble. It's in the mountains, which we like. A decent growing period. Let's do it. See what pawn we get this time. We have a counselor. They are a harbinger. By the way, I do have Rimworld of Magic installed with Curé's class expansion. So this particular pawn is a Harbinger, a mage whose presence always signals death and destruction. They're capable of tapping into dark forces to curse their enemies, corrupting their body and soul. So that's pretty interesting. As you can see, that makes her really bad at social things, but it increases her intellectual ability. Oh, but she can't cook at all. So that's a little scary. Manageable, but scary. And she does have asthma. But being true, she also has a prosthetic arm. This is a little scary. But you know, to keep the spirit of what I wanted to do with this series, we're not going to re-roll. We're not going to take one of the other pawns. She is iron-willed, which will help her. Oh, isn't that funny? She's bad at social, but has 16 in the skill. She's also fortunate. So she gets more from animals, more from plants, more from mining, and she's super immune. Which means if she gets sick, you know, she's much more likely to survive. She has no ability to shoot. So it looks like we will be gathering a lot of plants. Because I don't want to risk getting her hurt in melee without any equipment. So it looks like we'll be vegetarians for quite some time to come. She has a lot of really good passions though. The asthma's a little bit concerning. But as long as we can hold out till we get another pawn that's capable of cooking, she's probably a potentially really good pawn. I have no idea what skills the Harbinger has. I've played with Rimworld of Magic a lot, but not so much Curé's class expansion. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it while this generates, and I'll be back with you. Probably go ahead and get rid of all of the notifications as well, so that you guys aren't assaulted with 1,000 pop-ups. Okay, and we're back. I went ahead and let it go past the notification screen just because I didn't want you guys to get your ears blown off again. Other than that, nothing's happened. We haven't even landed on the planet yet. So let's take a look around. It's really pretty. Look at all these flowers. There are some interesting oh my god, what is this? Just shelves everywhere made of plasteel. Lots of equipment, but obviously we don't know about this stuff. In fact, I'm not gonna take it. Because again, I feel like that'd be cheesy. They have no problem letting her deconstruct these things from materials. So whenever she lands, she will see them. And there's a ton of packaged things here. A couple of packaged foods and some kibble. If she's close to those, we'll say that she sees them and go ahead and let her grab those. We'll do standard vampires again. You know, I'm not sure she could see that sitting in deep water. If it was in the shallows, probably so, but it's not like she has eyeballs that not only can see however far this way is away, but also inside of deep water, right? So she's not gonna get to see those packaged meals. And we always set this to self-tend and doctoring from the start. Because it's essential and no one else can take care of her. We'll treat her asthma. Do that real quick. There's some hill root. Maybe I should have waited for that to grow. Oh well, we'll use it for next time. Okay, so our first priority should be to get food and shelter. This bearberry bush is pretty good. It gives you about 40 berries. So that's definitely a potential option. And there is bees in this. Bees is rim bees, I think, is the mod. Let's see if we can find it actually on the burn tree with hives. Yeah, from rim bees. Haven't explored that too much, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Kind of feel like I should get like a Fog of War mod if there is such a thing. just so that there's more balance between us, the player, being like omnipotent of the map and the actual pawn. It's hard to decide what she would see and wouldn't see on the fly. Obviously, she definitely sees this giant copper structure over here, and this copper structure here, these granite structures. But we will let her chill out for a minute and explore her environment. And she probably did see that there was minerals and stone in the wall there. Okay, and she's probably like, man, I should find some food. I'm hungry-ish. So let's have her... Don't feel like she would... Maybe she would take this building and try and make it into something instead of taking it all down. So we'll just have her take apart all of this junk. And we'll pretend that she likes marble. So why not? Who doesn't like marble walls? But that's pretty beautiful in real life. Much better than like a nasty rustic copper. And we'll take out the floors. There, now she has lots of work to do for a long time to work on her construction. And hopefully pretty soon this bush will be done. It's at 92%. We may want to look for something else in the meantime. Let her harvest this hill root in case of emergency. And if anything is attacked, then we'll probably pick that up. And I don't think she can even butcher without being able to cook, unfortunately. Plenty of copper. Which I'm not entirely sure she would use. Oh, these meadow obs are really pretty. Giant birds. Where are they from? Are they just... Oh, part of alpha animals. Okay. They kind of remind me of chocobos from Final Fantasy, just a little bit. Any of these berry bushes ready? Yes. So we'll let her get a few berries. And we'll prioritize plant cutting. Probably firefighting needs to be turned down as well. So we have a little bit of medicine at least. Which will expire if we don't get a roof up. What is this? Compacted crystal. Tightly packed deposit of crystalloid crystal from the crystalloid mod. Okay. Uh-oh. It's a rabbit that just got killed by that wolf while we were watching. We got level 5 in construction. Hooray. This guy takes a long time to eat. Okay, Mr. Wolf, could you not howl quite so loudly? Yeah, there you go. Have some berries. And she's gonna be upset because she ate without a table. Yes, I crash landed in the middle of nowhere, but my first priority obviously is not having a table to eat berries I found in the wild. So many flowers. It's really pretty. There's like everywhere. Is that a goat? Yeah, it is a goat. It's nice and dark at nighttime. She has a ton of work left to do. Marble blocks. Door. Marble chunks. Who else do we need? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So about 14, 6, 10, don't think we have quite enough marble to finish this up, this structure up. Maybe if we deconstruct this, get rid of this, and this. Structure, make some marble walls. We'll just keep this right here. We'll have this awkward little door right here. We'll probably keep the granite rough cobblestones in here and flesh that out later. She's sleeping out in the rain. Speed it up a little bit while she's sleeping. Hopefully nothing bad happens. There's lots of muffalo here. If we manage to get a bunch of plants, maybe we could tame one at some point. I know her animal is probably nowhere near what it needs to be now. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the class. So right now she has access to shadow feathers. Curses the shadow of a target, immobilizing them for a brief duration. Okay. So a little bit of crowd control. What other spells does she have access to? Infuriate. Curses a target with a spell that corrupts their mind, sending them into a berserk, uncontrollable rage. The pawn gains major combat buffs for a brief time when entering berserk. Okay, so I guess it's like if we had an ally, we'd send them into berserk and then run for it. Putrid bile. Curses a target's lungs with putrid bile, silencing them for a moderate duration of time. Okay. Why would you need to silence something? Oh, maybe like to stop another mage from casting magic? Paranoia. Curses a target's mind with extreme fear, causing them to flee in panic. That seems very useful. Blood curse. Curses the blood of a target, causing extreme hemorrhaging. Okay. That seems good, offensively. I think we need that much more than we need causing them to run away while we're by ourselves. I wonder if this works on animals. Like if something was hunting us, would this work? I don't know. Rend the soul. Rends the soul of a target, cursing them to eternal damnation. They will be assaulted by ethereal flames that can never be extinguished. So it's just like power word kill or something. Like, you know, if it never goes out, does that just mean that they die? Ooh, the next level says the target's throat is also cursed with putrid bile that causes them to vomit uncontrollably. Jesus, that seems like something to learn then. Wall of Doom. Curses pawns in an area, afflicting them with a delirious mental state. Okay, so it has some really disturbing offensive options and a lot of like support and crowd control, so it's a pretty interesting class in terms of like mechanics. I think the what was it called, the Rin Soul, it seems a little bit OP, but I'm definitely going to use it. Starting to get pretty hungry, so maybe we'll go check on this bush. Just go ahead and harvest it, actually. Something just got eaten. Another rabbit. I wonder if it's the same wolf. We're gonna leave that there for something else to eat. I don't want to get hunted down before we can get our house up. And so she did harvest the bush already. As you can see, she's mostly full and still has 16 berries left. How much nutrition do these give? 0.05. It's not bad. This is definitely an easier start than... What did that say? We can train a magic skill? I guess we got some passive experience. But we can't actually learn anything because we need one more level. So we're just gonna chill. It also says that... I wonder if this would make something hostile. Like, I don't want to make that moose hostile. Or these. It's hard to like... Maybe we'll find something to like try. That squirrel over there looks good. to, like, try and raise our magic level. But she didn't do it because she's not close enough. Come over here real quick. So is he hostile? No, but she did gain a deeper understanding of magic. Okay. Let's go ahead and learn this Ren Soul. Oh, yeah. Draft. So we got food for another day. And let's go ahead and make this our stockpile, actually. Not double, just regular stockpile. Some major rake risk. She's unhappy because she's naked. Okay, we get it. We get it. She's swapping between major and minor break risks. Don't have to notify us every 2 seconds. She needs some recreation though, doesn't she? Seems weird to be making this when we don't have access to anything else, but don't want her to, like, lose her mind like the other chick did, so let's let her throw some copper horseshoe pins. Should go eat. Now she's gotta sleep. Let's get you inside. Feel a little nervous to let you sleep out in the wild. But your house isn't quite finished, is it? Let me guess, we're out of marble. Yeah, we have 4 blocks of marble. What about this? There you go. Oh, we need to claim the rest of this too, so that we recognize it as our home zone. Right, go do that real quick. Need defenses. Yeah, I know. Something else just got murdered. Anything hurt? No. So we don't know. Let's work on this marble wall. Okay, then she can go do whatever she wants. Think we're out of berries? Yeah. Probably need to get growing soon. There you go. 98%, 39, 97's okay. And some mushrooms. So yeah, you go ahead and take care of that. And let's set up a small growing zone for some potatoes. We'll just put it behind the house probably. And this way we can get some wood as well, because she'll cut down those trees. She botched the harvest of the mushrooms, unfortunately. 7 berries. Home sweet home. And there'll be lots of resources to build with once she gets this all taken apart. We do need some wood though, don't we? Let's change her growing to 2 as well. I think that's more important than getting building materials at the moment. Of course, she's gonna opportunistically gather some things. And also, since we can't butcher, we can't get any hides to make some rudimentary clothing. So we may need to get what we can from the map and make a trip out into the world. The next local settlement. They don't like us too much. What are these guys? They're positive at least, and these guys are also positive. So someone who's almost our enemy on both our southwest and east of us, and then far away allies. Well, not allies, but positively neutral. So we'll think about that, but she definitely does not have enough food to make that kind of journey right now. Not this. These are damaged. And as you can see, our food's already getting low again. Like this coyote. What's wrong with him? Dish needs tending. I think he killed another rabbit. The rabbit was already been eaten. Uh-oh. Something is fighting. So we have a visitor. They're a Hawkeye. What is that? Fighter that has dedicated their life to the mastery of the bow. Interesting. I wonder if we could even talk to them. There's no way we could take them in a fight. Could arrest them, but we can't. It's not like we could slaughter them and eat them anyways. Oh wow. That bear took on one of the Meadow waves. Tell you what, we will allow that actually. And make a small dumping stockpile here. She slept enough probably. Predator's hauling that. We'll let her eat the meadow off. Or Ave, however you say it, I don't really know. You should go ahead and eat that before something else does. I know you ate a corpse. Super unhappy about that. She is, not me. Oh man. These wolves are making me, well, these Arctic coyotes are making me so nervous. I just know they're going to attack us soon, once they run out of small game to hunt. But our main priority should be getting a pawn that can start butchering corpses. Okay, rest in peace, goat. All you did was bite him, and he'll be healed before he bleeds out, unfortunately. So we'll allow this as well. Just put like a stockpile of corpses, which I know sounds terrible, but you know. Maybe it'll deter us from getting eaten for a few days at least. Now, the cheapest pawn you could buy is probably going to be around 600 silver. We don't really have anything of value that we could bring with us for 600 silver at the moment. Nope, she's not happy. She's gonna go hide in her room. She's having a mental breakdown about the fact that she ate a raw corpse. Let's get rid of these. Uh-oh. And the obelisk just showed up from Call of Cthulhu mod. It is now summer. Cool. She's pretty hungry too. Hopefully she snaps out of that pretty soon because she needs to eat. As you can hear, this thing is giving off some really weird, like, whispers. There we go. She's not hiding in her room anymore. I know, you just had a fit because you had to do this, but you're pretty hungry, so do it again. Uh-oh, she got food poisoning. And she has heat stroke because it's too hot. Apparently. Rest in peace, squirrel. How did she have heat stroke? It's only 87 degrees. Whatever, we'll just... Maybe she can't tolerate heat very well. We'll make a passive cooler inside of here. And because she's a mage, she has slightly better recovery than most, I believe. I could be wrong about that. Let's see. Unity gain speed's 131. Oh, I see. So, no, I guess it's just the, like, the Wanderer class, or the magically gifted that gets that boost. I think we have enough wood to build the cooler? Yeah, we do. So let's go ahead and do that since our heat stroke seems to be getting worse. Oh, I see now. It's because it's 108 degrees inside now that it's daytime. Oh boy. That's not good. uh, is this gonna be another failed attempt? Maybe it'll get cool enough at night that she can get up. It's getting a little darker. Come on. You know you want to cool down. Let us go outside. A little worried she's not going to recover from heat stroke in time to get up, though, before it's daytime again. Well, the exposure to the elements is no joke. Now she's starving. It's 96 degrees. She doesn't seem to be getting better from her heat stroke. For some weird reason. Okay, that whispering's a little bit annoying. Get up. No. Seems like the combination of food poisoning and heat stroke made it so that she can't move. Oh my god, she got up. So lucky. Okay, you need to eat first thing before you starve. And then we'll work on getting a safe temperature. Okay. Yeah, you need to do that ASAP. Lord, she's moving so slow for it to be the third speed. Because of all the issues. No, you need to build this. It's like your only way to keep cool at the moment. There we go. So it's just like a passive wooden cooler. I'm not really sure how it works, to be honest. Traditional unpowered cooler that works with water evaporation. Must be regularly replenished with wood. Not efficient enough to refrigerate food. Wonder if that's like an actual thing that people used to do. Group of travelers. Another group of travelers. Hopefully they're not hostile to each other. Uh-oh, I heard a gunshot. Or something. Okay, they're not hostile to each other, fortunately. And happily we can safely sleep inside. And we're just gonna sleep while they go by. We're not even gonna notice them. We should harvest these bushes. I know it's super hot outside and you probably oh, okay, so she recovered from heat stroke and food poisoning, which is great. Oh, there's some more mushrooms. We'll try again with those. And let's get these stones out of our house. I'll let her harvest these bushes too, because we need the berries. A little more wood. So we have enough wood now to make a bow, which we'll probably do. Even though we can't really cook, it's still arranged is much better defensively than melee right now. And if worse comes to worse and we weren't able to gather any plants, we could try hunting an animal. Obviously we don't want to do that if we don't absolutely have to, because the less risk we give to our character right now, the better. And if we have to, we'll just make like bunch of bows and go sell them to traders in the area for silver. I'm hoping we'll get some sort of quest soon, which will give us another pawn. It's pretty dangerous just having one pawn. 83% for that bearberry bush. Our potatoes are planted. I used to play with Dub's Bad Hygiene, but I just got so annoyed with constantly having my pawns stop doing what they were doing to like take care of hygiene needs that I ended up getting rid of it. I love the concept, but it just interferes so much with the gameplay that I got rid of it. Have you guys ever played with Dub's Bad Hygiene? And if so, like, did you find an efficient way to like take care of that? Like the amount of times like I'd have them doing something on one side of the map and then they'd run all the way back to their base, like use the restroom or take a shower or something. Like in theory, like if I already had like a super established base, you know, and like most of day-to-day life happened in that base, I think it'd be a really awesome, like, little bit of like variety to add to your colony. But when you're just starting out, it is an incredibly annoying like need to try and fulfill in terms of like the actual gameplay itself. Look at her go, just destroying those copper walls. Oh, this one has a passion for construction too. Not a burning passion, I think it's just, what is it, interested? Yeah, passion, interested, but still, that's nice. It's nice to have a good constructing pawn. Oh, where's your food at? I need more food soon. That's ready to harvest. Lucky us. Now, interestingly, there's these beehives on the trees that are from rimbees, but there's also like little beehives that like this. Here we go. Like, this is a beehive, and it's from VGP Vegetable Garden that just like straight up gives you honey that you can eat. So that's kind of interesting if we want to use that. Try and use that as a food source as well before we actually start getting into the research of rimbees. What is cold crystal from? Cave biomes. Some strange crystals buried in the rocks. As bright as it is cold, it lights the surroundings. Okay. Interesting. We'll probably have her mine these compacted crystals to see what they're worth. And that's a cool little... Oh, you need to be treated, don't you? Do we have any... What happened to that hill root? Either we used it, or it expired. So, she's starving, so let's go get up. Take care of the asthma first, and then we'll find some food. Just wanna make sure she does that. Quality 0. That's awful. Oh well, it is what it is. That's not gonna be enough food for her. So let's try and find some more. See if we can see some berries in the area. Don't see any more. They're starting to get a little scarce. So let's go ahead and designate a fishing zone. She obviously has noticed the water by now. So sure, we'll just say, hey, you can fish out of this lake. Allow fishing. Oh, look. I'm a goober. There's a ton of berries down here. There you go. Collect some food. And we don't want her to fish too much, because we can't cook the fish, but... You know, it's better than nothing. And I do think that fishing will give her a little bit of a boost to her mood, or that might just be only if they're like tagged as fisherman ponds who actively enjoy fishing. We'll see. Yeah, it's not giving a mood boost, unfortunately. But it will raise, I think it raises her animals a little bit whenever you catch. Oh no, it raises it a lot. Probably because she has a passion in that as well. So that's kind of nice. Did get another level in magic, which tempted to learn Blood Curse, but also kind of want to upgrade this because it just seems horribly terrifying. um, only downside is it takes 2 points per level, but it seems the next level, the target's throat is also cursed with Putrid Bile, which we already mentioned before, it makes them vomit, and their body is cursed to begin hemorrhaging blood, so it has like the blood curse built into it. So I think we'll focus on that as our primary sort of offensive ability. Okay, she got some fish, so now we're gonna say no more allowing fishing right now. Wow, she caught quite a bit, 16 eels. They don't give that much nutrition, unfortunately. Not being cooked. Level 8 construction, which is great. Why don't you eat some food? Are you gonna clean before you eat? Oh, you went to sleep. Okay. Well, eat some eels. Cool, she got food poisoning again. As you see, the plant life is starting to die in here because there's no more sunshine. So she has some berries still out here, which is good. There's some more mushrooms. We'll take those. And you're ready to harvest too. We'll harvest that. It's pretty rough early on as a like lonely naked pawn. Like most of your time is just spent looking for food. Not sure what you guys think about that. Let me know if you're bored out of your mind, or if you're enjoying the struggle. I know it, struggling through the early game of Naked and Afraid is not everybody's cup of tea. Interesting structure over there. Wonder what it is. One thing I do like about, I think it was Mile, right, who's updating a bunch of the mods. Or Mile, however you say it. I'm not sure how you say their name. But one thing I do like is your pawns, like, can now sort of... You can stop your pawns from interacting with this from the get-go, so that they don't immediately, like, lose their sanity and go into a mental break. So that's nice, because before it used to be if this showed up, your pawn was just like irresistibly drawn towards it no matter what. Which is probably more true to like the Cthulhu or Lovecraftian mythos rather, but at the same time it would have been very bad for us in this situation. Oh, she's eating honey. Very slowly eating honey. Apparently getting some heat stroke too. Okay, nice, she's throwing up. And she's throwing up again. Here goes all of our food that we just harvested. That is sort of another terrifying thing about not being a cook. Is your food is just really hard to keep. Oh wow, 20 nutrition. And you get 6. Multiplier for difficulty losing is fun, times 80%. I didn't realize that was a thing. Oh, gross. Why don't you eat first, actually? Go pick up and eat the mushrooms you left in your own vomit. What an existence. Oh my god, she's so slow. Hopefully that'll keep her fed till morning. Potatoes are growing pretty nicely though. The first one she planted's at 41%. There's some more berries. Guess those popped up recently. Oh, hello. Turkey. Would this be close enough to her base for her to see it? Probably not. Yeah, I don't think she would see that. So we have some more cave plants. Oh yeah, the caves mod that I showcased in my, well, not really showcased, that you got a brief glimpse of before we died in the first video. The plants actually like carry over into regular biomes, or even modded biomes, so that's kind of a cool aspect. Alright. Oh, is this done? Is this harvestable yet? 88, no. I'd like to wait to about 95. And you're getting a heat stroke again. It's always hot here. Oh, look at all these berries. So she probably sees these now. So we'll say, yeah, we're gonna harvest these berries. Look at all these berries we saw while we were deconstructing the copper ruins. And why don't you prioritize hauling all of these berries? There you go. So nothing else will eat them. Yep, another major break risk. Can't exactly say I'm surprised. We do need to build that bow. We'll make a couple, in the hopes that one of them gets infused. Because we do have the infusion mod as well. And let's go ahead and do that actually. Let's prioritize her to craft just one bow at least, so she has some sort of range defense. We do use the run and gun mod. It's pretty OP, to be honest, but also enemies can use it. So even that's pretty strong. The fact that like raiders and stuff can do the same thing kind of makes me feel okay with using it. Some people swear against it, but I think it's okay. Ooh, a sakura tree. We could eat those. What's the cherries blossom? There's some more berries. So we have an awful and a poor bow. Pretty miserable. We're out of wood for our cooler. That's not good. Hopefully we get at least a normal quality bow. Nope, they're all poor. And none of them were infused either. But before you do anything, why don't you refuel this. There you go. And now you've got a bow. If absolute worst comes to worst. And right back to work she goes. Oh, nope, she's gonna go hide back inside. See you later. I think we also have the mod where animals will like wander. Oh wow, something killed a muffalo. A grizzly bear. Kinda wonder what happened to the bear. And he's fine, of course. Friendlies from the southwest, Bean Lana. They're moving to help you immediately. With what? Are they gonna calm me down? Oh yeah, so Rimworld has this pretty interesting, like, aspect, I guess, where parties on the map... Oh, here's one. So, like, scouting parties from other colonies will show up. Okay, we just froze. Pristine ruins found nearby. Cool, we might go check those out, actually. These guys might have shown up because these guys are en route. And then they may have known about it before these guys got here. So they may be here to help fight off this hostile scouting party of the Empire of Minucia. We shall see. Hopefully these guys don't leave before. She's no longer hiding in a room, thank goodness. Inspired recruitment, Pearson. Wow, wouldn't it be nice if we could arrest one of these guys? He has an SMG. That's... do we want to try it and make these guys mad? No. No, we can't. Okay, there's a Meadow Ave. Let's close the door and let these guys fight off. Let's turn down the sound effects just a little bit. It's a little bit loud. Well, the good news is we have plenty of food now. That's nice. These guys leaving? I think they are leaving now. It's unfortunate. Is that scouting party still there? We'd like to check out these ruins. Grab what we can, make our way to this faction, and try and trade with them for another pawn. I think that's probably our best course of action. So we also have a mod that lets you like camp during your caravan. So we could just gather food from the wild. It's risky, because who knows what might be out there. But I think it's an opportunity that we can't really pass up at the moment. So why don't you go ahead and consume some berries. You got your bow. Tell you what, let's go. Let's get going. Actually, let's try and find some food before we leave. Even a little bit would help. 85. There you go. There's some berries. There's some berries. Go ahead and harvest this to 94%. That buffalo is rotten now, so won't be consuming that before we leave. And let's consume this real quick to get our hunger up to 100. And then we'll let her get those berries and we'll get on the road. She does have heat stroke again, unfortunately. Okay. There's the raiders. Hopefully they don't intercept us mid-route. She can carry 38 kilograms. That's so cheesy. Like if we had taken that, that'd be like worth so much. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh, because the berries aren't in our stockpile, we can't take them. That's silly. Pick up these berries. Then pick up these berries. Thank you. Or just pick them all up. There you go. Pick up these berries. Hopefully that'll be enough food for like a day or two so she can get to the ruins. Or we might have some allies there too. You're going. You've got the stuff in your inventory. We've got a day's worth of food, so get going. So these guys look like they're coming to the colony. And they are just a scouting party, but we don't have any armor or anything. She moves pretty decently. 18.2 tiles per day. Yeah, it looks like these guys are coming straight to the colony. Maybe I should go up and around them? I don't know, we're sleeping. They're not. Now they are. Camped resting. They are 0.6 days away from their destination. Little silly that we know that. So they're probably going to our colony, I imagine. And you can actually force... No, you can't. There's a mod that you can use that like forces you to keep marching, but we're not going to do that. What does she have left? 11 berries. Oh boy, here's the moment of truth, if we're going to get intercepted by these guys or not. No, we didn't. We just walked right by them. They might raid us while we're gone. If they do, well, at least we're not at home. When we get back, we'll set up a faction. You're out of food already, huh? What's your need for food at the moment? I want to see if we can make it here to the ruins. Probably not. We'll get hungry way before then, I imagine. Yeah, it looks like these guys are... They definitely came to raid. There's 4 of them, so... Kind of glad we decided to go to the ruins. Sadly, they're going to... probably destroy... what little we have. They're going to break this cooler, and they'll probably steal the bows that we made. But what are you going to do? They're beginning their assault. Suckers, I'm not at home. Let's see how much damage they're going to cause. Oh, they're burning all of our crops too. That sucks. It's probably like the worst part, is that they're burning our crops. Okay. Well, we need food. So I'm gonna go ahead and make her set up camp. Okay. Let's just take a quick look around. Marshy swamp area. There's a few berries, which we'll let her harvest. And we'll probably set up a quick fishing zone. Let her fish. As for animals, didn't really see any. Oh, there's these things. We need to get out of here. Like, right now. They'll probably eat the hedgehog first. Maybe the buzzards? Maybe we'll take... Oh, there's a turkey. These man traps will hunt you down, and they're vicious. They're scary. Where are they from? They're from Alpha Animals. Project Apricus was a classified scientific endeavor on one of the Rimworlds, aiming to discover new ways to fight the mechanoid menace using nature. The man trap was created as an attempt to weaponize a mutated, I'm not even going to try and say that, but basically a Venus flytrap, by implementing concentrated formic acid spit launchers on its jaws. The strong acid was theoretically powerful enough to corrode the plasteel on mechanoid carapaces. So basically they'll just melt us to death instantaneously. The project was invaded by a huge mechanoid host shortly thereafter. Most of its personnel slain, and most of the projects left to fend for themselves. It looks like they are fending for themselves. You can find man-eaters all out through the wild and forested regions. She's getting really hungry. Are you almost done fishing? I want to get out of here ASAP. Let's go back and... Do these guys leave yet? Cool, they set the whole forest on fire. On the bright side, at least we survived the raid. At least our colonist is still alive. That's really all we can ask for at this point. Maybe those things will eat the fish instead of us. There's some mushrooms down here, but they are not grown. There's some mushrooms, 98%. What about this beehive? 17%. Tempted to quickly hunt the hedgehog and then run for it. But I don't think we really have enough time. I guess we could try and hunt one of these turkeys. Then we'd have a lot more carrying weight because of its corpse. So maybe she should just get some more fish and be on her way. I think that's probably for the best. Pretty soon she'll have level 7 animals, which would be pretty sweet. But this is pretty risky. If one of these things decides to hunt us, not too much we can do. And one of the interesting things about the way that Rimworld works is that if you retaliate against one of these while they're hunting you, and they have what's called a revenge chance, if it has a revenge chance near its tribe, as you can see, its revenge chance is 2%. But if we get unlucky and it does have a revenge chance, then the other one will also attack us because they're part of a group. Okay, so we got some bass and some eels. Let's get out of here before we get wrecked. Reform the caravan, get going, pick up your travel supplies. Alright, get out of here. We've got some food for another day at least. The rest in her food is pretty atrocious. And as you can see, a big part of the forest was decimated. All of our items are now deteriorating because they're outdoors. They lost some health from the damage from the raiders. Can't even tell if they stole anything from us, or if they just came to, like, break stuff. Yeah, our character really needs to rest and eat. We ran out of food. How is that possible? Can she not eat this? Or did she already eat it and it just hasn't updated yet? It's lagging while she generates this map. I'm gonna pause it for just a second and get a drink of water while we're waiting for this to load. In fact, why don't we take a small break and go ahead and end this video. It's an hour and 3 minutes long. And we'll start the next video right as the map generates. So, see you then.